And again, for those who just tuned, always remember, because sometimes we forget about it, but always remember this ping. Okay? So these are Netease replays, Netease commentaries that download on warcraft3.info. So
the damned stand ready.
European players, all of them, and American players, all of them, they play with ping, high ping on Netease. At any level, even at just amateur level, at any level really, ping is an issue in this game.
Stand ready.
So if you're playing with 200 ping versus someone who has like 50 ping or 60 ping, or even just 90 ping, you have a disadvantage.
Summoning is complete.
So we have to consider this. It's not a LAN game. So Hawk, I'm assuming, is playing with very low ping, since he's an Asian player. Happy playing with high ping, but that's it. Let's go.
Summoning is complete.
This is another of those matchups where I don't really...
the pact is sealed.
I don't have real experience or knowledge, as I play human and night elf. So I always say, when you cast, you have to be... You need to have some common knowledge, some watching knowledge, so to speak. So if you watch stream, you can have some basic knowledge of all the matchups. So I know the unique compositions and the standard meta, even of the races that I don't play, just by watching streams. But to have the real knowledge, you need the experience of knowledge. You need to have played thousands and thousands of games. So I've never played thousands of games as Orc or as Undead. So this matchup, among all the matchups, has to be the matchup that I played the least in my life. While I've played countless of human versus night elf, human versus orc, human versus everything basically, and also night elf versus undead. But this matchup, together with the undead mirror and the orc mirror, is the matchup that I've played the less, and therefore I understand the less. But I guess by watching these replays I'm gonna understand it more and more. So, Blade Master, oh my god. Look at this Blade Master. And regardless of the matchup here, having a Blade Master with plus 14 damage, 3 minutes in the game, double gloves, Circlet of Nobility is never a bad idea. So, Hawk kind of lucky with the items. Happy is got the Glossal Haste. You can give them to the Lich, but so what I know about this matchup is that usually orcs have different approaches. They can even play like Farseer and then try to secure an expansion and then essentially win with numbers, which is a style that I've tried myself, and it's very effective if you have those timings down, if you know the creep routes, if you know exactly where to build the shop, when to creep, when to attack. Then they like to go for acolytes and do some harass here. With the Farseer they can do it well. And usually accordingly to how much damage they can do to the undead, they can put themselves in a good position. The other approach is playing standard with Blade Master, Shadow Hunter 2nd and TC 3rd. And then they try to get the TC level 3, get those massive stomps, and the undead tries to counter that with a lot of fiends, banshees. Banshees apparently extremely important for undeads in this matchup, and they can either get a Dark Ranger or a Pit Lord. that's how a lot of those games that I've seen on official tournaments are
Our
unfolding.
forces are under attack.
But Farseer is also possible, and a lot of Orc players use that successfully, so... In this case you have a Blade Master, which I think is a good choice in this map, especially very annoying versus human. You can't creep anything, because, I mean, as human you will be doing this, then you naturally go here, and the Orc knows you're going here, so there's always a Blade Master here. And so yeah, of course you can go try to trick the Orc and get his item here, or you can go to his side of the map, but it's always kind of predictable, and unless the Orc is very stupid or goes AFK, you should always have an idea of where the human is. So I always personally find it kind of hard to creep anything on this map versus Orc. So I think there's a good choice for Hawk, there's a good choice to go for the Blade. Level 3, X. But it didn't really do too much. Happy's gonna be able to finish this creep camp using the illusion. And Frost Armor, of course, Frost Armor very important. I believe it was introduced by Ted. Because I wasn't even playing this game when all these things were created. But I've heard that undeads used to play with Nova first many years ago. They used to get Nova first for the Lich. Then this player called Ted introduced this Frost Armor thing that now is the standard, because of course Frost Armored units can slow you when you attack them. And if you try to micro against that Frost Armor, it's extremely painful. But looks like Happy got both of the items, right? Or the Blade Master stole one? I think he stole one, right? Because he's got the evil here. I mean, where's the... So I should have two big consumables. Where's the other consumable? I was talking so I missed it. I see one greater healing. Should have gotten one more consumable. Maybe he used it already, I don't know. Anyways.
Our forces are under attack.
Because the invul that's on the Blade Master is just a normal invul, so it's not the item. I mean, this is the invul that you just purchased. Is he gonna get the last hit here? The blade? He's waiting for the big one. He's waiting for the ogre. Oh, but he's out of position! What is he doing? I guess he was busy creeping. Small mistake, or should I say big mistake, I don't know, by Hog. He was busy creeping with his Shadow Hunter, so he was not paying attention to his blade, and he totally missed the timing for the steal there. Of course, that's not easy to do, but Orc players should be able to do that, since Blade Master play is all about being able to scout with the blade while efficiently creeping with the Shadow Hunter somewhere else. Pretty much like I said before in the game I casted between Lin and TH000, where TH was playing versus Lin's Undead, and he was playing his keeper a little bit Blade Master style, harassing. And yeah, we have the standard Orc army with the TC, now transitioning into Headhunters, level 3 Shadow Hunter, for lots of healing and amazing item. With Tauren Chieftain he got the Cloak of Flames, and now he gets level 2. Ay 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 ay. Let's take a look at the population, but Hog is in a decent position, 50 food versus 44 for Happy.
Let my cries chill the living.
And is Happy going to lose this? And Lich is not level 3 yet.
I'm here as always.
But of course, everything is going to be decided in the big fight. Lich is gonna get level 3 somehow. Can even get it at the turtle, but he needs to pay attention. However, Hawk is not interested into a creep jack because he's creeping his own laboratory. And by the way, we still have the Mer camp here available. Happy doesn't want to risk it. Doesn't have a shade. I think he doesn't have a shade, so he doesn't know where... He legit doesn't know where the orc is. And so he didn't dare, or otherwise he had all the time in the world to creep this one and get a much better item. He used this time to only creep this. Of course, he creeps the X, but that's a big one. Ah, and there's still the red. Okay, I thought this was done already. No, there's the red. So you want to get the red now. And he goes for the cancel, but the orc is here. So if he cancels, it's gonna be messy, because what Happy can do with an equally sized army is not to be underestimated. He's gonna lose the statue maybe? No, he's gonna be able to micro it. No, the ground gets it. That was sneaky. That's a scary orc army though. Oh, this is an ensnare on the Death Knight. Does he have Death Pact, by the way? Oh! Death Knight falls! Happy!
Our hero has been killed.
He's gonna get trashed here! I mean... This doesn't look like Happy, to be honest. But he's going